Positive ways of dealing with anger. Everybody used to get angry in one way or the other, but the way we handle it makes us differ. I hear somebody say, anger is my nature. Excuse me, how can anger be your nature? Are you born with anger? No. So you have to find a way to deal with anger in a positive way. Just like in the book of Numbers chapter 20 verse 8, God told Moses to take the rod, take the assembly, should lead the assembly, including his brother Aaron. Then he should speak to the rock, before the eyes of the children of Israelites. That is the assembly. But Moses was angry. He was angry if you read further. Moses was angry due to the rebellious nature of the children of Israelites. Instead of obeying God's instruction, Moses struck the rock twice. Water came out, yes, but Moses was angry. He was boiled with anger. Because of the rebellious nature of the children of Israel, he could not control his anger. Then he struck the rock twice. So, if Moses could not control his anger, we should learn from that Bible verse. We should learn from that experience that whenever we are angry, we should not destroy things. We should not think that we cannot control our mood. We should display that anger at that particular moment. That is not the best way to deal with it. What Moses did that particular time hindered Moses, stopped him from entering the promised land. God declared to Moses that because Moses did not follow his command, Moses would not lead the children to the promised land. Moses himself was not allowed to enter the promised land. Moses died. Moses was angered by the children of Israel. So he became frustrated and spoke rashly. Is someone always making you angry and frustrated and want you to always speak rashly? Anger can provoke that ugly part of a human being. Don't let anger provoke you. Don't let anger bring out that ugly part of you. When you are angry, remember the first rule. Try to control yourself. Put yourself in order. How? I know you ask, I'm hungry, so I should put myself together. Yes. Think about the best moments of your life. Think about that great thing that you are about to do, accomplish. That you cannot prioritize it for anger, for anything. Think about that thing. That plan of God for your life. That you cannot just trade it for anger. Think about the plan. Think about the next move of your life that's going to make you have breakthrough. Think about it. When you think about all these good things, you will not give room for anger. To make you calm down. The best moment to make you calm down. Anger on the check. You put anger on the check. When you think about all these things, remember, rule number 2, try to control yourself, not to speak rashly. Excuse yourself. Yes, you are allowed to excuse yourself. You can excuse yourself, go and take cool air outside, fresh air, natural fresh air. I call it natural AC. Just go outside, take cool air, just take cool air. When you feel okay, you know your anger has calmed down. It has calmed down, you can come back later. At that moment, you did not allow the devil to subdue you with anger. You did not allow the devil to control you with anger. You did not allow the devil to frustrate you to speak rashly. Remember not to speak rashly, because the word that we speak now, that you speak now, you can never take it back. And when one is angry, remember, anger makes someone to speak, even unexpectedly, the things that one is not meant to speak because of anger, and you can never take it back. So remember to put anger into check. So when you do all this, remember I said go out, take some fresh air, think about the good things that happened to you, the best thing. Then think about your next project, the next move of yours that can open breakthrough door. You see, Moses was frustrated. Moses did not have time to think about the promised land. Moses was frustrated by the rebellious nature of the children of Israel. Then Moses struck the rock twice. And God declared that because Moses did not allow him to be honored in the eyes of the children of Israel, not allow him to be honored as only God, to speak to the rock so that God can manifest himself through the spoken word of Moses that God has instructed and commanded. But Moses struck the rock twice. So that should not be part of us. Anger is not any man's nature. So no one should say that anger is my nature. Anger is not a good thing. So let's look at the consequences of anger. Anger, one, cuts destiny. I would say anger cuts short destiny. Yes, anger cuts short destiny. Anger cuts short purpose. Look at Moses. Moses did not enter the promised land, but the children of Israel entered the promised land, led by Joshua. You see, Moses' purpose was cut off. So Moses was prevented not to enter into the promised land because he did not follow the instruction of God and he did not follow the command of God. God said, speak to the rock, but Moses struck the rock. So anger cuts down destiny. When you say that you're hungry, you start breaking your TV. I'm hungry, nobody should hold me right now. Control yourself. Put that into check. So, when you say you're hungry because you're hungry, you eat somebody down, put that into check. When you say because you're hungry, you eat something, and the next moment, emergency, put that into check. And when you use anger, you prevent wisdom from manifesting itself. You prevent wisdom from manifesting itself. So use wisdom to handle situation. And when you apply wisdom, you see that you get better results. Anger will produce more damages. So wisdom will produce better results. So apply wisdom, not anger. So when you apply wisdom, you see that your whole situation is calmed down. Apply wisdom. Think before you speak. You know, when most of us are angry, we don't think before we speak. We allow that moment to dominate us. When you allow that moment of anger to dominate you, the dominant trait of that anger start manifesting. So don't allow anger to dominate you. Don't allow anger to eat you up. That your spoken words, even what you bring out of your mouth, people see anger and hatred. Don't allow anger to dominate you. So think before you speak, not speak before thinking. That is the product of anger. But the product of wisdom is think before you speak.